random stranger. No, thank you, no.
What thing we need to understand is, in the reality of God's worlds, there cannot be contradictions.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So then if I'm wanting something that's contradictory to what the Quran says, then how does that make sense?
When you go there,
It's telling me I can have absolutely anything I
when you
desire,
go there in heaven, whatever your soul desires to be content with, you'll have it.
So like if my soul desires my husband to not have many virgins, is he going to have that or not?
Okay, let me just repeat the same question about your belief system. Say whatever you believe. I want you to. No, I will answer. I will understand. I will answer. I will answer.
Okay.
Say you believe in a belief system, which is you hold that I want in one way one thing, and my husband one thing.
Yeah.
How is that going to be given in heaven to you, in your belief system? I want to see how you reconcile contradictions.
Well, it contradicts, doesn't it? Because if he wants something different, well, it's not about him wanting something different. That's what your Quran promises, right?
You're not answering and addressing the question of contradiction.
It doesn't promise men to have 72
Please.
Does it? Yes.
In your belief system, when you have two contradictory wishes, how would God grant you that?
It wouldn't, because they contradict. So how are they going to be granted? They contradict.
Do you believe in God and heaven, right? God and heaven. So,
you keep asking me questions,
because
but
I want to.
Respectful, not answering.
I am answering by making sure I understand your paradigm, how you deal with contradictions.
You help me understand what you're asking.
That's what I'm exactly doing. Look.
I'm asking you questions and you're
I am precisely doing that. If we were to know how to deal with contradictions in God's reality, then we will be able to understand.
Can we deal with the questions I've actually asked?
This question's already generating a contradiction. And I said...
Exactly, so your belief is, you're telling me I can have anything I desire, but then the man is promised something that I don't desire.
In heaven, if the man goes there, and he wants you and other women, and you want only him. So I'm asking you now to tell me I will answer. Don't you get it?
No, because I just want you.
You see now, you're not allowing me to establish a framework. What I'm doing is establishing a framework to understand.
You're just using a lot of words for not answering the actual question.
Look, go ahead.
I was going to put it another way. When you ask that question, that you want something for your husband in the hereafter, are you basing that on your understanding in this world, or are you basing it on what your understanding will be in the hereafter?
So he said that I will be granted, and if I get to heaven, I will be granted anything my soul desires.
Right.
Yes.
So
Did you understand what that means?
I desire my husband to just be married to me.
You said that in the present tense. He's saying in the hereafter, in the future,
there will be no contradiction.
You will be given what you desire, not what you desire now. So
what will I desire then? You tell me what am I going to desire?
Very good question.
Right now, that's what
exactly.
I desire.
It's a very good question.
If I die now and go to heaven, I desire that.
So what we understand from that, therefore, is as follows. The way you're judging the hereafter by the standards in this world, that creates a conflict. And that's the contradiction that that's the contradiction that my brother's trying to get across to you.
How do we reconcile? If I drop dead, go to heaven, and this is my soul's desire, but that's my husband dies as well, and that's what he's granted, so he's granted their desires. What I desire
according to the laws of the hereafter, not according to this world. That's what he's trying to get across to you, that if you're judging the laws... Just one second. Just one. Yeah, that's very good.
You're not actually answering, you're just saying...
So the solution is now what? You can't judge the laws of the hereafter by your desires in this world. Why? Because
you do.
Because this world is a
Can
world...
we ignore the heckler? Can we ignore the heckler? Continue. I can't hear you because of heckling. Sorry?
And I've also granted him speaking as well.
But he's a heckler.
I'm not saying
Yes, I saw you.
He's a heckler.
And you're a jihadist.
So what I'm saying is, so in your belief system, if you end up, if you are in heaven and your husband wants more wives than yourself and you want him alone, what would happen?
So how's that work?
I don't know.
So I want you to tell me, how do you reconcile a contradiction in your belief system?
That's not our system.
Look.
Your system is earth-based.
Firstly,
Christ said that you don't get married in heaven.
what I'm trying to establish, I am going to tell you, I am saying, in the hereafter, there is no contradictions available. You cannot have contradictions.
You can.
So now in heaven, you will not ask for contradictory things, because the law over there from God is that. Can I finish my response? Look, in the heaven, your soul will be freed from generating absurdity and contradiction.
So basically,
how do we know this? Because the Quran. How do we know this? Do you know how do we know this? Let me finish my statement. How do we know there won't be any absurdities and contradictions? The Quran tells us that even though there will be, for example, drinks to be had in heaven, they will not intoxicate. So automatically, wine, but they will not intoxicate. They will not give headaches. They will not give all of this toxicity that we see in today's drinks in this world. So that means in heaven, you have the pleasure, what you desire, but I am explaining. But what will be taken away is the bad effects and side effects and the contradictions and absurdities that will be there. So that's why.
Wanting one husband to be only married to me, that's the absurdity.
Yep.
What I'm saying in heaven, you don't get me.
Why in heaven?
Can I just rephrase it?
Go ahead.
So what he means is that just as the evils of alcohol are not going to be present in the alcohol in the hereafter, likewise, the envy and the jealousy that you may have in this world will not be present in the hereafter.
Did you get that? Did you get it?
So why would a man
Did you
feel no jealousy?
Did you understand that?
And you're.
But what if it's not to do with envy and jealousy? What if that's just what my soul desires? Because you said.
Yeah, but you're asking a Muslim about the Muslim paradigm of
isn't
heaven.
a man wanting 100 wives lustful?
So you have to go by.
Does your lust maintain?
So in our paradigm, you would not ask to generate a contradiction.
Okay, so whose will?
Do you understand that point?
It's a contradiction.
So, hang on. So now, to understand this framework of contradiction and how it's reconciled in our framework, I am going to ask you this question. In heaven, can you ask God contradictory things?
You told me
What it was that he saw on David's phone.
Excuse me. I am simply now going to assess your framework. In your framework, would you be granted contradictory things?
Well, I'm here helping Mansur.
So God would not grant you what you desire in heaven.
Akhi, have you got Hashim? Bring Hashim here.
No. I want to understand your framework. So in your framework, what you're saying is, wait a moment. In your framework, you are telling us that whatever you desire, God will not give you that. You've just affirmed that.
What if you desire lustful things?
Sorry?
Would God give you that too?
I'm saying.
Like 100 wives?
You said my soul.
No, in your framework.
What was about yours?
In my framework, I don't think that men would be granted 72 virgins.
That's all I asked.
Exactly.
In your framework, would God grant you whatever you desire?
No. Because the only thing you desire is God. So that is the very thing you're getting, not some lustful gifts, so like having a husband.
Would you get what you desire in heaven?
That is not in any way virtuous.
Exactly, that's what we say. If you desire something contradictory, would you get it?
For example.
No, but this is what I'm saying. I don't think that. Why is it contradictory that God's allowing men?
So we have affirmed the framework.
It doesn't make sense that.
You haven't answered that, by the way.
We have affirmed the framework. In your framework,
look. But then is there?
Correct me if I've misunderstood you.
Am I not allowed to get what my
No,
soul
please.
desires?
Correct me if I've misunderstood you.
You have.
In your framework, you would not get everything you desire. In fact, I'm not finished. In your framework, as I said, correct me if I've misunderstood. In your framework, you would not desire which is contradictory, because God would not grant you contradictory things.
That's your framework,
is that correct?
Actually. You claim that apparently.
We weren't talking about my framework.
It's about yours.
Look, we are comparing the two.
No.
So in your framework, have I understood correctly that you would not desire? Oh, please. be open to assess your framework. So,
Well, no, because
have I understood correctly? Can you not interrupt?
You're interrupting
Have
me,
I?
so I can do the same thing.
Sorry, have I understood?
Well, unfortunately,
You're not addressing the question.
Neither has he, and he's not helping you anymore. It's weird.
As I said, I have answered you already.
You haven't. All you
When
said
I
is that the
stated,
contradiction will not happen.
when I
You're giving different analogies, but you actually haven't answered.
let me rephrase what I said.
Okay.
In our framework,
First of all, what's the question?
in our framework,
You know what the question is, by the way.
whatever the soul desires,
Okay.
it's not an absolute statement. It is understood within
So
the
it's a
framework
relative
itself.
one.
And that framework is, please.
Am I allowed to
Oh,
desire
please.
my husband at one
Can I
time?
finish my
Answer the question.
statement?
You're a da'i.
Am I allowed
Can I finish my statement or not?
Okay, and then
Thank
I'll
you,
ask a
thank you, sure.
question.
Yeah, man.
When the Quran says, وَمَا تَشْتَهِي الْأَنفُسِ, whatever the soul desires, it is to be understood in the framework that Islam provides about heaven or paradise or Jannah. Within that framework, no absurdity and contradiction is possible. That means a recipient or the occupant of paradise, when they end up there, they would not desire contradictions
So whose
and
will
absurdities.
overrides whose will?
Why? Because God would create us in such a way,
Yeah.
free from demanding, requesting, desiring anything
So
that
if
will
a
be
man
absurd
wants 100
or
wives
contradictory.
and his wife wants
So your
one
question,
husband,
if I desire something is contradictory, would not even arise.
That's your
That's my framework.
So is it
That's your mind.
I can't hear
I don't
you
believe in that.
because he's talking.
you can come a bit closer if you can't hear.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I can't hear you. Too much noise.
Come closer. Your ear is
Dirty
not
Dave,
fitting.
there's a lot of-
I can't hear of this noise, but I can't hear you. So I have to keep on asking. Say it again.
That's because you can't hear
I don't know
well.
whether
Sorry, what are you saying?
I'm still waiting for the answer to be given. So, Mansur, the contradiction is as follows. If supposedly you are a man and you go to heaven in Islam and have 100 wives, but your own wife
Sorry,
simply
what were you saying?
one single husband, what happens then?
maybe you'll be able to wish yourself another man.
To want to get to heaven and have one husband,
So-
just me. Is it fair for me not to say, yeah, I'm happy to be one of the 72 virgins or to share him? That's absurd. No.
You yourself said absurd. Remember what I said?
Well, that's what you said.
In
You said absurd, no.
in heaven
what
there
you
is
said.
no absurdity.
Okay, so
There is no contradiction.
So you're using the word absurd. So whatever I'm saying, you're implying that's absurd.
No. Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is, when people go in heaven, they are refined individual.
why
Refined.
would you want 100
That
wives to
means
refine?
that means the pleasure,
wanting 100
the
wives is
contentment,
lustful.
the happiness,
So if
the
you're
bliss that
refined,
you will
get
desire.
rid of your lust.
It's not going to be like, imagine now somebody
Why is that
says,
promised to you in heaven?
imagine someone says, I want to be the only happy person in heaven. I don't want anyone to be happy. That's not going to happen because it generates a contradiction where every occupant in heaven should be happy.
you're saying if a
So
man wants 100 wives,
are you able to listen to what I'm saying? A refined individual who's an occupant of heaven
Yeah.
is not going to wish things which are contradictory or absurd.
So that means that a man will wish for 100 wives?
No.
Wish for another
In heaven, that if that creates, please.
For a woman to want one husband.
What I'm saying,
Not want her husband to
let
have
me
72
answer. Let me answer. If you want
Okay.
one husband only, and your husband wants, in contradiction to that, many wives, there is a generation of contradiction.
Okay, so
Now, wait. Oh, please. Let me
Stop
finish.
crying, Mansur.
Why isn't that?
What I am saying,
Why isn't what I'm saying is
You're not
absurd,
listening.
but him having 72 virgins is not.
Answer
you're
that.
not
Answer that
you're not
question.
listening.
That's the
I am
next
saying,
question.
I am
I
saying,
want to know.
I am saying,
We want to know a few things about you.
if two occupants in heaven desire things which are contradictory,
Who wins?
that very desire which generates contradiction will not be there.
Go read
So
Muhammad.
who gets their desires?
Your desire and his desire,
Yep.
you will see, look.
Who wins?
You will see in heaven what the desire would be,
basically,
because there
there's
will
no
be
answer.
no
We're just gonna wait and
contradictions.
see.
Because as I said, I'm going to just finish this
So the
example.
answer is there is no answer.
In a Christian heaven, you've affirmed already if your husband wants many wives and you want him only, that is not going to be granted. You affirmed that already. Why?
You'll get married in heaven.
So would it be granted?
Well, hold on a second.
Your husband wants many wives and you want him only.
You're taking back the question.
Any of my questions.
Exactly.
Look,
Give us an answer.
you know what you're doing?
And then we'll answer you.
I have answered.
When the man gets
Answer
to
us.
heaven, are we going to find out then if he gets 72 virgins?
Exactly.
Or do we know right now that's what's going to happen?
Listen,
Tell us, Mansur.
as I've explained to you, the
haven't.
paradigm
All you said
in
is
which
that when you get there, then you find out.
there are
But we want an
refined
answer now.
occupants.
Can we know now?
Do you know what I mean, refined?
If truly
That means,
will,
no, that's my framework from the Quran. The Quran says there will be no jealousy, no hatred. Yeah. So an individual. Excuse me. Look. I find that you're not listening to my point. In our paradigm, you have to be sincere and honest. So, what is my paradigm? As I've explained to you for all that time, now tell me what is my paradigm?
Honestly, I just want to know what the answer is.
What is my paradigm? As I've explained to you for all that long?
We haven't
Why
given
do
you an
I
answer.
have to explain your
Yeah.
Have you understood?
I've explained it for so long. I just want the
Have you
answer
understood
to
my
one
paradigm?
question.
Have you understood my
One
paradigm?
answer to my one
Sure.
question.
Where's
Have you?
So when men get to
Excuse me.
heaven, when men get to heaven, are they granted 72 virgins?
Sure.
Is that 100% going to happen?
If they're
do
white,
we
then
know
they'll
it
answer.
right here now
Sure.
in this present
Sure.
test, or do we find out?
I would like to answer that question,
Don't
but
tie the knee, by the way.
one thing I want to affirm from you is
Can we
this.
answer without a but?
Excuse me. Have you understood my paradigm?
We're still
I'll
waiting for your
answer
answer.
when you answer my question.
If you haven't understood, I will explain it again for you.
waiting for your
I don't mind.
I don't want you to keep explaining.
Have you understood it?
We're waiting for your answer.
He did answer
Have you
it
understood
based
it?
upon
Well, what's the answer?
paradigm that he gave.
What's the answer?
No.
Have you understood it?
What's the answer? Repeat it.
The answer
Repeat the
certainly
answer.
isn't the dirty skeletons
Repeat
that
the
you have
answer.
in his closet.
Repeat the answer.
But
You
you
didn't
should
hear us.
actually
Okay,
direct those
great.
questions
Try again.
towards your friend.
Try again.
He keeps interjecting.
Right.
You should ask him, why do you come here
Like
evangelizing
you're
with
interjecting
those-
right now,
with those
and it's fine for you to
skeletons in
do
your
so.
closet?
So I can sort of say.
Yeah, but he's already answered it. He
Where's
said-
the answer?
And then you approach me.
He's answered it, right?
And then, no.
So what was the
What did you understand my paradigm?
He hasn't
Go on,
given a
explain.
paradigm.
What is my paradigm?
He's just
Understand
stated
that
things.
You're avoiding answering the question.
No, I offered you a robust paradigm based on the Quran. What was the paradigm? What was the paradigm? If you're sincere, you would be able to tell me that I have listened and understood, or I have not listened and understood.
Okay, please explain a little bit better because my brain isn't smart enough to understand.
Maybe your brain is better, but because of his interruption, you're not able to understand it.
Say that
Men
women
get
have half brains.
guaranteed
You say that.
72 virgins in heaven. Yes or no?
Sure. I will explain to you my paradigm again, once again. If you haven't understood the paradigm,
Yeah, but
I am
we
going
haven't
to
got an
explain to you
answer
once
yet.
more time. One more
Because
time.
don't forget, what we're asking for is a simpler thing.
Is that okay?
If a woman
Sure.
wants one husband,
In
her husband,
paradise or heaven,
whose will overrides whose will?
the occupant. Are you able to listen with this
Who's the
interruption?
primary occupant, the man or the woman?
I just feel like you're answering my
Yeah.
question.
Look, your question, as you said, if you are listening, you'd be able to
But
understand.
there is no answer, man.
The paradigm is this.
You're using so many words that I can't just...
Which word do you not understand?
That's his problem because he's
No, I hear him. I'm waiting for the answer.
Do you mind explaining to me our paradigm
Well,
once
yeah,
again?
you
Go ahead.
try, you try.
I don't think I can.
Yo, beard, you try. Big beard, you try. Black beard,
because
give it a try,
you
man.
have skeletons in your
Let's
closet.
try.
And no, him,
He can't
your
explain
friend.
it. All right.
And he comes here and he keeps yapping to me.
So he can't
I don't think
explain
I'll be able
what
to
Mansur
explain it to
said,
you if you
so
don't
who's listening?
hear the words that are coming out of my
Why
mouth.
don't you just talk to him so he can answer my question?
So as I said,
So you can
Try again.
as I said many times, explaining the paradigm, in heaven, people who are the occupants of heaven, they are refined. And one of the refinement is they would not desire anything that generates a contradiction or absurdity. And I've given you examples from the Quran using that they would not have hatred or jealousy, things like this, or even the things that they wish for, like they would not wish for, I want wine that intoxicates me. No, because God already, look, you're not listening to the paradigm.
When you start giving examples of wine, you're losing me. Let's just talk one topic.
What's losing? What's losing in this one example?
Because I don't want to
What's the difference between these two? Wine of heaven?
wine and drinking it or not. And one is if women can have...
No. You got it all out of place. The wine of this world and the wine of the hereafter in heaven, what's the difference in these time paradigms?
Okay, so I'm not getting it. So can we, instead of bringing wine into it...
So can I explain to you so you can get it?
So you jump to wine.
Then there's no point discussing any further because you don't get it. Look, if you can't get it, look, as you said.
Stop yelling, Mansur.
If you cannot get it, excuse me, listen. If you cannot get it, then I cannot explain to you because you can't get it.
Mansur, there was no answer.
Look, whatever I say and explain, because you can't get it, there's no point explaining it.
Actual example was to address.
Look, if I give you anything, you will say I don't get it. So what's the point?
So answer the question directly.
Because I did give you, but you didn't get it. You didn't get it.
I'm not asking.
Anyway, look,
You didn't get it.
Explain this properly.
You didn't get it.
I think we've come to an impasse here.
No, you didn't get it.
So let's
Blackbeard, you're gonna run. Blackbeard.
But please do ask your friend here what skeletons,
Blackbeard.
what dirty
You
day
guys are meant
skeletons
to be
are.
defending Muhammad and
Please do
his
ask him.
eschatology.
And if you don't shake your hand, make sure you wash your hands. Oh,
What a shame. What a shame.
Yeah. So let's leave it there. No, what I'm saying is let's leave it there. Because you've admitted this is a self-confession, that you don't get it, I can't help you to make you understand it. Okay? Have a nice day. Take care. Nice speaking to you. All the best.
Okay.
What the man did to you earlier when you ran off. You can't do the same thing.
Answer her.
The same thing.
Answer her, man. You could answer a woman. You could answer a woman.
Welcome back. Amazing.